Hello, Merry Meet. So this is going to be Venefica's occult findings number 13. So let's get started because this is collective haul over last couple of months or so I have quite a few things to show you. Let me begin with altar tools because I've only gotten 2 of those, and the first one is this candle snuffer. Let me see if I can get it to focus on it. It's just a plain brass candle snuffer, and on each side it has a pentagram. So I'm sort of satisfied with this. It's long, it's nice, it has this thing here going on, and it's a good candle snuffer. The problem is it's a little bit loose here where the metal meets the wood. Other than that, it's okay. But I've been wanted a candle snuffer with a pagan motif for a long time. So I've had one with wines and the like, but I wanted one with symbols, so I'm happy with it. And then I've gotten the oddest wand I've ever seen. Looks like this. It's a branch with little rock crystal balls and a rock crystal point in the end. I got this because I was thinking it would be, see if I can make it fit in the picture. I thought it would be good for tree magic and that kind of things because it looks like a branch. Now it is a bit awkward to hold, but I just think it looks really cool, and it's also a good healing wand. Very good energy in it, and I really like the workmanship. The wood is very smooth. You see these little inlay stars. These aren't screws that hold things there. I think they are, and if they are actually screws, they're very well done because they are all over the place and they just spruce the thing up. So yeah, I'm very happy I got this one. Really like it. Excuse me. So I got one oracle deck. I haven't had time to start using it yet, so I haven't taken it out of the shrink wrap. It's the Wicca oracle cards. So I can't really tell you a lot about these because I have just gotten them and not really had the time to do anything with them. But the box looks very nice and I am looking forward to diving into them. And on that note, I have not forgotten about the oracle readings I've promised. I have just been kind of down lately. I have general anxiety syndrome, and sometimes that turns into depression instead of anxiety, and then I get very inactive. So that's why I haven't done the readings, but I'm hoping to get to them as soon as possible, so please forgive the delay. Anyway, let's move on to meditation CD I've gotten, and I haven't gotten into this one either. I've just gotten it. Astral Projection for Psychic Empowerment. This is a companion piece to a book I've bought a few months back, and it seems quite okay. It wasn't very expensive, so I picked it up. And I've also gotten quite a few books. The first one, I'm not sure if I've showed yet. I might have showed it in the last video, but I'm not sure. That is My Conversation with Angels, Inspirational Moments with Guardian Spirits by Judith Marstrom. And that looks like that. And is from Levelle. So yeah, I have gotten more and more into angels lately. I won't say that it is the focus of my practice, it definitely isn't, but I think that the concept of angels is very fascinating, both in the Christian sense and in a more New Age sense. I think it is very fascinating that about every culture and every religion have had the idea of winged beings who carry messages between between humanity and the gods. No, not of course every religion, there's a lot of them, but a very fair number of them. So yeah. One moment, I just took something down there. There we go. And the next book I've gotten is Wiccan Feng Shui: How to Arrange a Magical Life by Alexandria. And this book is by Citadel Press New Age. When I saw this book at Amazon, I just knew I had to have it because I am just a sucker for those kinds of combination disciplines. So basically combining Wicca with Feng Shui, that sounds very interesting. And I'm interested in Feng Shui. I haven't practiced it a lot, and I am very interested in Wicca, so I haven't read the book yet, but hopefully it will be a very interesting read. And then I have gotten Feast of the Morrigan, a grimoire for the Dark Lady of the Emerald Isle, by Christopher Pansack. This book just looked so interesting, and I know that's been a thing lately with the dark witchcraft and the like, but I think it's needed. I think the balance is needed. And by dark, I don't mean like curse everybody around, but that there's a balance. There are light and dark in the world. There are day and night. And with magic, if all of your magic is just light and hope and butterflies, then it'll get imbalanced. And that you sometimes need to work with some of the darker gods to balance that. And I think often that people have the wrong idea of darker, and they see darker as evil, as bad, but it's more like, I would rather say it's more like working with the more primordial concepts. But I might do a video about that at some other point, so I won't be too derailed. And this is published by Copper Cauldron. So yeah, interesting book there. And then I have gotten The Gates of Witchcraft, 12 Paths to Power, Trance and Gnosis by Christopher Pansack. And this is also published by Copper Cauldron. Yeah, basically a book on witchcraft. It's a course for basically it's your standard witchcraft course in a book kind of thing, but with a bit more what was I saying earlier, a bit more primordial tent than your average New Age or pagan based book. Of course, a lot of pagan based books, how am I gonna say this? There's a lot of pagan based books that are balanced, that have both the light side and the dark side. I'm thinking more about the more fluffy ones. There's a lot, of course, of pagan books that are very balanced, and these are also pagan books. So please don't get me wrong and hate me, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, it has a more... This is less Silver Ravenwolf and more towards the more classical types of witchcraft. Yes, moving on. And I got The Reality of ESP, a physicist proof of psychic abilities by Russell Targ, and this is by Quest Books. Now, I'm very interested in these kinds of books that shows scientific research into the paranormal. Of course, I will probably get some messages from atheists who say, "Oh no, there's never been a piece of research that has shown anything significant." I don't know. I honestly can say that I do not know enough about these kinds of research to say anything back and forth on it, but I have heard about a lot of experiments that has had interesting results, but I can't really say because I honestly don't know enough about it. But I do imagine that in either case this will be an interesting read. And I've gotten a big hunking book here. It's the Wiccan Book of Angels, Ancient Religion of White Witchcraft by Lady J. Broomhall. No, Lady Jane Broomhall. Wonder if that's her real name. So yeah, this is a very, very thick book. It's published by... doesn't say. But yeah, what this is basically just lists of angels, just in it's just chock full of information, practical information about angels, unless in the form of this angel stands for such and such, like you might find with Doreen Valiente, and more like this is the direct lore, this is the magical symbols for it, and so on, for working with angels. It is not the kind of book that you sit and you read from cover to cover. It is what do they call it in English? The kind of books that you have on your shelf and you pick down when you need some information. It's a reference book. I think that's the right word. A reference book. So yeah, it's just chock full of information. I'm not so sure where the Wiccan part of it comes into the picture, but as a book on angels, it seems okay. And from a very big book, we're going to a very small book. I've got Reiki Shamanism, A Guide to Out-of-Body Healing by Jim Pathfinder Ewing. And he has another name, but I am not going to try to pronounce it. And this is published by, I have no idea, but their symbol is a little circle with an F. So yeah, again, I like combinations of various occult disciplines, so combining Reiki and shamanism sounds very interesting to me, and I haven't read this book yet, but the way I have understood it, it is basically how to do energy healing when doing out-of-body work, so that it is basically how to heal from the spiritual side of it. So yeah. And then I've gotten The Everyday Psychic, a practical guide to activating your psychic gifts by Harrison. It doesn't say Karen Harrison, it says. And this book is by Weiser. So this book is interesting. It is basically how exercises how to start working with your psychic abilities. So as you see, it's not a very big book, so it's not extremely in-depth, but seems okay. Weiser very often have good books on these sort of topics. And then I have Pendulums and the Light, Communications with the Goddess by Diane Stein, and it is by Crossing Press. So yeah, I love books about dowsing, and this has a more religious tint to it, though it again explains how to douse with the pendulum and so on. It takes it a bit beyond just getting yes and no answers to various sorts of questions and finding lost objects. Excuse me. So yeah, and I've gotten Magical Kabbalah for Beginners, a comprehensive guide to occult knowledge by Father Barabbas by Lavelle. And I've been looking forward to this book being published for so long. I have a great interest in Kabbalah. I haven't practiced it a lot. I have more experience with it, from the point of view of being a ceremonial magician, and the parts of Kabbalah that has been placed in a lot of systems of ceremonial magicians instead of working with Kabbalah alone. So I'm thinking that, well, I have read a few books on Kabbalah and gone to some seminars on it. I'm thinking that this book might be a good bridge between the parts of Kabbalah used in ceremonial magic, in typical ceremonial magic today, and more pure working with the Kabbalah. We'll see, I haven't gotten through it yet. And then I've gotten Palmistry Every Day by Alexandra Sharam, and this is also by Llewellyn. This is also a book that I have been looking forward to, because I haven't seen anything quite like this, and it's basically how to use palmistry for everyday readings. Basically, many think that your palm doesn't change, so that when you have read it once, that's it. But really, if you look at your palm, you will see that the lines constantly change, and also you have things like the condition of your nails, what nail polish you wear, what rings you wear. All of these things changes the appearance of your hand and can therefore say something about you that day, that week, that month, and so on. So this basically takes palmistry into a practical divination tool to use every day, and I'm looking really forward to learning more about that. And then I have gotten The Book of English Magic by Philip Carr Gumm and Richard Haygate, and this is by Overlook. And this book is just amazing. It has all sort of information, both on how to practice these kinds of magic, but also a lot of history of English magic. You have pictures of the royal family in ceremonial gear, not the one they have now, but a few generations back, and it's just chock full of information. Now you can find this as a hardcover book as well, and I do regret a bit that I didn't get that one, because I've seen a YouTube video where somebody talked about it, and it looks so much better than this paperback one. But it's a really, really good book, and I recommend it. Excuse me. And then I have gotten Energy Healing by Anne-Marie Jason, and it's by Sounds True. So yeah, I'm very interested in energy healing, and I think it was the cover that really grabbed me. I don't really know a lot about this book when I bought it, but the energy just was so vibrant, and I have bought a lot of books on Reiki lately, but I wanted a book on more general energy healing, so I grabbed this one. And then I have gotten some New Age magazines, and two of these I haven't gotten around to read yet, because I have been a bit slow lately. But yeah, it is Medium number 2 for 2013. And it is Spirit and Destiny for February 2013. Like I said, I try to get Spirit and Destiny every month, and I'm really happy about this magazine. And I also found on eBay, they got spots on it, is Spirit and Destiny February 2003. So yeah, I'm started to collect these magazines, and I'm trying to just scoop them up on eBay whenever I see magazines of this of Spirit and Destiny that I don't have, issues of Spirit and Destiny that I don't have, because I'm hoping to perhaps get a complete set one day. We'll see about that, but get as many as I can. And then I've gotten one new pendulum. Of course I collect them. Get a closer look at it. This is Picasso Jasper. I've been very happy with this pendulum. It's become sort of my purse pendulum. Very often when I go out I just drop it in my purse in case I would need a pendulum when I'm out. And I've gotten a lot of new stones. So I've gotten this rose quartz point, and I've been so interested in starting to work with sherry quartz because Lady Gravedancer recommended it. And basically what sherry quartz is it's glass. This is glass, and you have these color inclusions. Not really sure how they make them. I've heard somebody say that it's one company in China that makes these, and it's copper that makes this color, but I don't know because they also exist in blue and yellow variations. So not sure, but you see these strange little inclusions in here. So yeah, and I just really started working with this piece, and there is real energy in it. So yeah, it's very, very nice, and I've really been looking forward to start working with it. So I got this huge piece. Let me see if you can see it better against my black t-shirt. No, it's a very pretty piece. I've gotten this big one, and try not to break my stones, and this little one. I haven't taken the sticker off it yet, basically. And I have gotten this piece of the seller set. It's Occult. I'm not sure it is. It might be. It's a very ugly piece. It's like a nicotine yellow. But if it is opal, then basically I couldn't have expected anything better for the price I paid for it. And basically it's a massage one, so you use it to massage it, and it's very smooth and nice and feels good in the hand, so I'm relatively happy with it, even if it's ugly. And I really like this piece that I've got. It's a bit of rock crystal, little fat piece of rock crystal, which is double terminated, and I really like it. And I have gotten this gorgeous piece of smoky quartz. It is faceted, you have several sides. It is double terminated, and don't think I have any double terminated pieces of smoky quartz. And it has just these beautiful imperfections inside of it. So yeah, I'm really happy with this stone. And I got this tiger eye point, and it's the biggest piece of tiger eye I've got, and I'm really happy with it. And the last thing I want to show you is this. It's the packing materials. Those packing peanuts really can be annoying to get off stones. So yeah, there's more of them. It go off when I cleanse it. So yeah, basically what this is obsidian. A big hunking piece of black obsidian. I don't like that it's not polished underneath, but the rest of it is polished. I got a really good price on it, and it feels really good. So yeah, that is my haul for now. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want me to do any reviews about these books or the oracle cards I got. So yeah, and again, I will get to the divinations. I've just been a bit slowed down by one of those episodes when I feel really crappy, and then I'm not basically getting the camera set up and doing all of that things sort of well, I've been a bit slowed down. But yes, those periods never last very long, so I am getting back to it now. I am going to visit my mother for a week. I'm leaving this Wednesday, so I'm not sure if I can do the divinations before then, and I will try to do a few when I'm down there, but if I can't, then I will start doing them as soon as I'm back, and I will try to do one a day until I've caught up. So yeah, if you want divinations, please just tell me, and I will get to you as soon as I can. Like I said, I have a few people waiting, so it might be a little while. Anyway, have a great day. Thank you for watching my video, and blessed be. Bye.